evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series. I'm your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we're coming to you live from Charlotte Motor Speedway, a 1.5 mile oval located just outside of Charlotte and Concord, North Carolina, where these drivers are going to compete for 90 laps. The weather tonight is 70 degrees, partly cloudy. That track temperature nice and cool at 71. But I've been speaking to some of these drivers throughout practice, and they said the start of their runs, that track is still very slick. It takes about 4 to 5 laps before those tires really warm up and they're able to push those tires without getting loose. The rules for tonight's event, these drivers are going to be given 4 sets of tires, 80% fuel, and no quick repairs to complete this race. Once again, that is no quick repairs. They are trying to keep it as realistic as possible here in the Third Racing Series. But not having quick repairs has not affected these drivers much throughout the season. We only have had 3 cautions in 4 races. So they're doing an excellent job of keeping it clean, and hopefully that can continue here tonight at Charlotte. With that 80% fuel, we're looking at about a 44 to 47 lap pit window for these guys. With a 44 to 47 lap pit window, I expect to see these drivers try and stretch out their fuel as long as possible, just in case they were to get a green-white checkered finish that could send us into overtime. Try and get this done on only one pit stop. Currently looking at the leaderboard, Lee Hamby has laid down the fastest lap so far, a time of 29.84. He was last week's winner, looking to continue that or start a winning streak here tonight. But that 46 of Ray Polking has just knocked Lee Hamby back to second. Ray Polking running a 29.81. Should be a good race between those two tonight. But I want to take a minute to talk about Michael Carter, driver of that 18 Toyota. He is our one to watch tonight. We'll be keeping an eye on him. He has been second in quite a few races to his teammates. Struggled last week, but I'm looking at him to bounce back. We're going to try and get an interview with him here. Michael, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, doing all right.
All right, so I don't know if you heard that, but you are going to be our driver to watch tonight after a string of second-place finishes to your teammate. You seemed to struggle a little bit last week at Iowa, but I think that this will be the race for you to bounce back. What is your plan to get that car to victory lane tonight?
We're going to try our best. Not real sure. Looks like some of these guys may be really good on the short run, but we'll just have to see what we got.
Yeah, we definitely have some drivers that look good on the short run. We've been watching you all season. It seems like your car seems to come to life in the second half of a run. So, very good at saving tires. With the pit window currently looking about 44 to 47 laps, is fuel strategy coming into play on your mind, or is it on your mind here tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. That's all you're going to say. Not going to cue us in on that fuel strategy, are you?
Not going to get too deep in the weeds with it, no.
All right. I don't blame you because I'm sure there are a couple others already looking at that fuel strategy as well. But good luck tonight. Hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of the race.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Y'all do a great job.
All right. Thank you, sir. We'll let you go get those last 3 minutes of practicing.
All right. Thank you.
Once again, that was Michael Carter, driver of the 18 Toyota. Coming in second to his teammate, Adam Boughton. multiple times this season. He is looking to bounce back. And I think this might be the race to do it. Like we said earlier, he is very good at saving those tires. Him and Adam both. And with a limited car count of 11 cars on track registered so far, and a 1.5 mile oval like Charlotte, I'm not expecting too many cautions here tonight. I'm seeing some viewers rolling into the YouTube and the Facebook, guys. Go ahead, drop a message. Let us know who you're rooting for tonight. Another driver I want to point out and watch is Marcus De La Garza in the 99 Ford Mustang. Currently sitting back there in 6th in the standings. He has had a rough go of it throughout the beginning of this season. We thought last week might have been the week he was going to bounce back. Unfortunately not. I know he is hungry to get back out there and try for a win yet again. Currently taking a look at the 19 of Dakota Dennis, now making his way onto track. I just spoke with him. We were not sure if he was going to make it tonight. No one had heard from him, but with only 2 minutes left in practice, he is starting his first laps of practice. We'll see if he can get that track figured out here with only enough time to run maybe 2-3 laps. Probably only 2 for that 19 machine. Some notable faces missing. Nolan Perry going to be a scratch from this race. He made his Third Coast Racing debut last week at Iowa. We had our eye on him as one to watch. He is fast. He is a real-life race car driver as well. He had just finished up his season, but he was our tough break of the week last week after some mid-race incidents ended his night prematurely. We do have a new face coming to the Third Coast, the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series. The driver of the 51 Mellow Yellow Chevrolet, Troy Osborne, is making his debut tonight. He was recruited by that 44 of Chris Williams. And looking at our leaderboard, Troy is looking fast, currently sitting back there in 3rd as time is winding down on practice. And with that, practice has now come to an end. The checkered flag is out. We are going to take you down trackside for our opening ceremonies presented by Oorah Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Band performs our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the
big thank you to Ura Flyovers for that beautiful shot of the F-35s flying over Charlotte Motor Speedway in Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't know, guys. I think I could see my house from there. This is my home track, and I'm a little jealous of these guys. I kind of wish I was out there racing tonight with them. But, guys, make sure you go check out Ura Flyovers on Facebook if you are looking to bring a little something extra to your broadcast or your league. Message Ura Flyovers. They can create custom flyovers using Microsoft Flight Simulator for your broadcasts. We look at Ryan Kamba, who has just come to a rest on the inside after finishing his qualifying run. He is currently sitting in third. Ray Polking, though, has taken the pole here with a time of 29.99. Currently look at the 19 of Dakota Dennis on track. Dakota Dennis going to bring it to a rest here in pit road. He is currently sitting in ninth, not the qualifying run he was looking for. I bet he wishes he had that extra time in practice. Move on to Adam Boughton, now finishing up his qualifying run. He currently sits in second place with a time of 30.13. Looking for a better lap here, trying to take the pole. Correction, his qualifying run is done. Adam Boughton currently sitting in second. But here comes Lee Hamby in that 47 car. A time of 30.14. Looking for a little extra speed as he comes across the line. That's not going to do it. He is really loose coming out of turn 4. That's going to cost him some time. He looks like he will be starting in third place tonight. And we've got Jeremy Schaefer entering the chat over on Facebook, rooting for number 64, Thomas Adams. Thomas Adams, a stronger qualifying run for that 64 Ford. Currently sitting there in 8th. He has beat out Troy Osborne and Dakota Dennis. Once again, Thomas Adams, a newer racer to iRacing. We've seen him in the Nora series, the Cup and ARCA series. He has brought his talents over to Third Coast Racing, trying to learn a trick or two as he continues his quest to improve and get that first win. Looks like everyone but Chris Williams has completed their qualifying runs. Chris Williams, known for not wanting to qualify here on iRacing. He normally waits till the end. Qualifying has come to a close. The cars are beginning to grid up. And we are going to run through our official starting grid for tonight. Starting on the pole will be that 46 Chevy Camaro of Ray Polking. To his outside will be Adam Evo Boughton in the 94 car. Lee Hamby will start third, driving the 47 Ford. Hugh Escobar will be starting to his outside in fourth, driving the 72 Chevrolet. Michael Carter will be starting back there in fifth, driving the 18 Toyota. Ryan Kamba will roll off sixth in the 204 Ford. Marcus De La Garza is going to roll off 7th in the 99 Ford. Thomas Adams starting 8th in the 64 Ford. Troy Osborne will roll off 9th in the 51 Chevrolet. Dakota Dennis is going to be starting 10th in the 19 Ford. And Chris Williams will round out your field back there in 11th, driving the 44 Chevy Camaro. Make their way onto the track for their parade lap. down the back stretch here. I'm expecting to see a strong battle for the lead from Adam Boughton starting to the outside of Ray Polking. Watch these two guys go at it all throughout the season, and it looks like there's going to be no change here at Charlotte early on. And the pace truck is off at Ray Polking, leading them down to the green flag. Looks like Dakota Dennis blinking out in the back of the pack there. Green flag is out. We are racing, folks. Ray Polking jumping out to the lead. Adam Boughton trying to battle back on that outside, but here comes Lee Hamby on the inside of Adam. Lee Hamby now to second. Adam Boughton to third. Trouble. Looks like, I do believe that was Michael Carter going for a ride. Our first caution of the night comes out here early on lap 1. I do believe that was Michael Carter and Ryan Comba getting tangled up in this. Does not look like too much front end damage to that 18 machine, but he is going to head down pit road early here. Gonna take a black flag. I think he just blew by that speed limit as well. He tries to get this car repaired and get back into this one. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened here. We see Michael's already sideways. And correction, it was Hugh Escobar that Michael Carter got tied up with. Looks like Michael Carter just moving up the track. Wasn't sure if Hugh was there, and he comes up across Hugh Escobar's nose. Looks like no one else involved. Everyone else stays clean. But a tough break for our driver to watch tonight, Michael Carter. I think I might have jinxed him. We may have to stop doing the ones to watch, because it seems like we've been doing it for the last 2 weeks, and both of our ones to watch have been tangled up in lap 1 or 2 incidents. Now looking at the 72 of Hugh Escobar coming down pit road as well, trying to get some damage cleaned up. We are going to step aside for a quick commercial break.
From the track to the tech, Creative Castle keeps your code running as clean as your laps. We test real-world devices and digital platforms so your next release won't crash in turn 1. At Creative Castle, we elevate your software with expert quality assurance and cross-platform testing. Whether it's native apps or networked hardware, we deliver precision-tested performance at scale. Behind every smooth app and smart device is a quiet castle. Creative Castle. We're the quality wizards and test knights who battle bugs and break bad code before it breaks your product. Creative Castle. Quality at full throttle. Your quest for quality ends here.
Alright, we are back. It looks like they will be getting the one to go this time by. The driver's already lining up too wide. They are ready to get this one back underway. Little update, Hugh Escobar as well as Michael Carter still sitting on pit road trying to get some damage repaired. Michael Carter is now off. A 2-minute pit stop for him. Hugh Escobar still sitting there though. Is now off as well. They will both be lap down cars. I do believe Michael Carter has fallen 2 laps down due to this incident. We head back towards the pack. They are doubled up, ready to get back racing here. Pace truck is down pit road. We're getting ready to go back racing here, folks. Ray Polking still in charge of this one. Green flag is out as Ray Polking goes through that restart zone. We are back racing. Ray Polking back to the lead, but Lee Hamby got a strong restart from that outside. He tries to put pressure on that 46 car. Back to the pack. Here comes Ryan Comba on the outside. He got a great run there. Adam Boughton going to close that door on Ryan Comba, though. Ryan working his way by Marcus De La Garza. Settling single five now. We're going to step aside for a creative castle. Crank it up. Back, and it looks like we have a development with Ryan Comba and Marcus De La Garza. De La Garza brought back to the outside of Ryan Comba. They battle it out for fourth now. De La Garza going to go on by. That 99 car is looking strong here, folks. De La Garza now looking to put the pressure on Adam Boughton. But he taps the outside wall coming off of turn 2. Not what the 99 wanted to see. Adam currently stuck behind the 47 of Lee Hamby. That is last week's winner, folks. We see Dakota Dennis has now made his way by Thomas Adams as well and is looking to put the pressure on that 204 car of Ryan Comba. tell you what, folks, Thomas Adams, we've seen him struggle here early on. He's still in that learning curve, trying to figure out iRacing, but it does appear that he has made some progress. He is now up to 7, hanging with these guys here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looks like Thomas Adams, driver of that 64 Ford Mustang, has picked up a trick or two as Dakota Dennis going around. Ryan Comba in that 204 car. Thomas Adams now pulling up on Ryan as well. We're going to stay glued to these guys. Ryan Comba and Thomas Adams. Thomas Adams putting pressure on the 204 car. Tell you what, we've been watching Thomas Adams here on the Rebel Racing Network for pretty much the beginning of his iRacing career. He's had some struggles, but he is learning, and it is exciting to watch him figure out these cars, figure out these tracks, and get better week in and week out. He's now falling behind Chris Williams. Osborne going to go by Thomas Adams as well. 64 still has a thing or two to learn about tire saving, it looks like, but he is getting faster in the short runs. It is going to come. We have been watching him through the NORA Cup and ARCA series. Which, by the way, folks, the NORA series is coming back this week. Sunday will be the NORA Cup Series Outlaw Shootout, followed by the ARCA Series Shootout on Monday night. Make sure you guys tune in for that. We go back to the front of the pack here. It looks like Ray Polke has lost a step to Lee Hamby. Lee Hamby now on Ray's bumper. Adam Boughton there, too. Adams gonna try the high side as Lee Hamby gets a nose to the inside of Ray Polking. Ray Polking just kind of a sitting duck there. These guys have gained on him. He can only block one at a time. Lee is really trying to work that bottom line. He is there. Hamby has gotten alongside Ray. Lee Hamby will complete the pass this time by Adam Boughton, getting to the inside of Ray Polking as well. Boughton gonna have a little bit of an easier time getting by Ray. Lee opened up that door for him. Polking now dropping back to third. But look out, here comes Marcus De La Garza in that 99 machine, looking to crack the top 3 for the first time this season. Looks like we just saw Chris Williams getting into the outside wall. That 44 are having some struggles here. Like Adam Boughton tapping the outside wall as well as 22 laps are gone. They are about halfway through this pit stop cycle. Once again, we talked about it earlier in the show, guys. 44 to 47 laps on one tank of gas. strategy is going to be huge here. That early yellow flag may have helped these drivers stretch out this run just a little bit longer. He'll be looking at hitting his latest lap 48 or 49 now. Hugh Escobar has now made his way down pit road here on lap 24. Interesting decision by that 72 machine. We saw him dealing with some damage earlier on after that lap 1 caution. I wonder if that still affected him, and maybe he has some wheel damage, using up those tires a little bit more than everyone else. Michael Carter, though, still going strong. Only 1 lap down. He is in the lucky dog position if we do get another caution. Look back at the front of the pack. Those front 2 cars now pulling away from Ray Polking. Ray has appeared to have lost a step. Marcus De La Garza looking to gain on Ray Polking, and I gotta be honest with you folks, I am rooting for Marcus De La Garza. He has had such a tough go of it since the beginning of the season. He is looking to bounce back, and we're really hoping he can get a podium here on the Rebel Racing Network. Right back to these 2 front runners. Now seeing the 64 of Thomas Adams making his way down pit lane as well. Thomas Adams will now follow a lap down to Lee Hamby, who's still trying to hold off Adam Boughton. Adam Boughton getting into the outside wall. They're going into turn 1. Adam now getting to the inside of Lee Hamby. We have a battle for the lead, folks. It is a drag race down the front stretch here at lap 30. They go back and forth. Adam Boughton now with the nose out in front of Lee Hamby. Lee Hamby, though, going to get that run off the high side. Coming off of the turn. As this battle continues here. Thomas Adams following another lap down. These guys are neck and neck. I tell you what, they are evenly matched. This could come down to pit strategy and who's the better driver on pit road. Looks like Thomas Adams has entered pit lane yet again. Some struggles for that 64 machine. Adam Boughton now getting by Lee Hamby. Adam Boughton, your new leader. guys have pulled away from the pack. I'll look back further back. Back to Marcus de la Garza. He has not gained anything on Ray Polking. Ray Polking just sitting there in third. See Hugh Escobar now making his way back out on track. Currently 10 laps down for that 72 machine. Check in with our newcomer, Troy Osborne, driver of that 51 machine. Oh, a big hit off the wall. He is losing it. He is sideways. A massive hit for that 51. Chris Williams, his buddy gets into him on the front stretch. Caution. Caution is out. Here on lap 35. We're just going to go back, take a look at this again. Just a massive hit. He's trying to calm that car down. That is going to put an end to his night. Slides down right in front of that 4 of Chris Williams. I believe that will end Chris Williams' night as well. We're going to ride along with Troy Osborne one more time through this. Pay attention to how much he's working this wheel, trying to keep this car under control. Absolute massive hit. Troy Osborne, as pit stops have started here. Everyone coming down pit road. Here on lap 36. I tell you what, all that fuel strategy we were talking about earlier in the race, just go ahead and throw a wrench in that, folks. They are pitting way too soon to make it to the end here. So it looks like it will be a 2 pit stop race. Is everyone going to go for these fresh tires? Wait to see who's going to win the race off pit road, and it will be Adam Boughton. Ray Polking second off pit road. Lee Hamby in third. Marcus de la Garza in fourth. Ryan Combo, your 5th driver, off of pit road. Adam Boughton, still our leader, but Ray Polking looking to bounce back here with that pit strategy. Go back, take one more look. Right along with Dakota Dennis as he navigates this incident. Dakota going off track. Here and backing it down. Dakota Dennis just narrowly avoiding that and avoiding catastrophe for that 19 machine. And our lucky dog, Michael Carter, has now gotten his lap back. Honestly, tonight, I don't know if I want to say anything more good about Michael Carter, just because it seems like every time I am saying something good about a driver, they run into trouble. Chris Williams still on pit road, and we are now listing Troy Osborne as out of this one. A tough break for those two. Currently down to 7 cars left on the lead lap here. The pace truck is going to drop off. Adam Boughton leading them down to the green flag. Adam takes off. Lee Hamby getting a strong start. Ray Polking caught sleeping there a little bit on the high side. Car wanted. You know Ray is fast in these early runs. We're seeing an early battle for the lead as Lee Hamby trying to get to the inside of Adam Boughton. Not going to be able to do it there. One thing Ray definitely wants to see is Lee Hamby getting up there alongside Adam Boughton and them fighting it out and using up their tires. Ryan Comba has now moved up to 4th place, getting by Marcus De La Garza on that restart. De La Garza trying to get back by Ryan, but he's going to feel the pressure from Dakota Dennis here. Took one look at his rear view mirror. Marcus De La Garza said, nope, it is time to go. I don't want that pressure from that 19 machine. Dakota Dennis getting ready to go by Ryan Comba as well. We're watching Ryan Comba earlier on in this one. It seems like his car really comes to life in the second half of a run. Dakota Dennis breaking the top 5 for the first time tonight. It looks like we had a major wiggle from Ryan Comba there. The lap car of Hugh Escobar now getting to the inside of Comba as well. And here comes Michael Carter looking to get some track position back. Once again, Michael Carter was our lucky dog. He had to start from the rear of the field, tail end of the longest line. Go back to the front of the field. Lee Hamby ran into some trouble. Ray Polking able to get by. Lee now feeling the pressure from that 99 of Marcus De La Garza. Marcus appears to be better on these shorter runs. That caution could have laid into his hand, making everyone have to pit twice. He will have the chance to get some fresh tires towards the end of this one. Maybe make up some time on these guys. As we are just about to reach halfway here. And we have a battle for the lead, folks. Ray Polking just to the inside of Adam Boughton. Ray quick on these short runs as well. Ray Polking, your new leader. Lee Hamby back there in third, still trying to hold off Marcus De La Garza. All right, and we are just past halfway, folks. now that we have passed that halfway point, these cars could theoretically hit again right here and make it to the end. We're going to be keeping an eye on everyone's pit strategy from here on out. Do you pit earlier than everyone else, try and get those new tires and make up time that way, or do you hold off to the very end and hope for another caution? I'll tell you what, if I am that leader, Ray Polking, sitting there in first place, we've seen him strong on the short runs. I would probably... I'm going to try and pit a little bit earlier, about 20 laps into this run. And then use those fresh tires to make up the time and hopefully make up enough time while everyone else is still on old tires to try and hold them off here at the end and hope we don't get another caution. And I've just been informed that Chris Williams has also hung up the helmet tonight. He is out of this one as well. Continue to watch this battle up front. Adam Boughton not letting Ray Polking pull away. And Lee Hamby, though, kind of getting left in the dust. Maybe saving a little bit of tire for that 47 car. Trying to not have a big fall off and pit late in this run. Looks like Adam Boughton getting to the inside of Ray Polking. We have a battle for the lead brewing. Adam Boughton, your new leader. Ray Polking falls in line in second place. Lee Hamby and Martins de la Garza were able to gain a step as those two battled it out for the lead. We are going to step away for a quick commercial break.
It's race day on iRacing. The grid is set. Engines are rumbling. The chat is buzzing. The anticipation is building. But before the green flag waves, you need a moment that gets hearts racing. Hoorah Flyovers delivers cinematic, custom airplane flyovers for your iRacing or esports event, bringing real-world energy to your virtual track. Add a patriotic punch to your pre-race show. Whether you're hosting a league championship, a memorial race, or just want to hype the crowd, Hoorah brings the thunder. Fully customizable, easy to book, stream ready, guaranteed to get your drivers and fans fired up. Because when the jets fly, everyone pays attention. Stand tall, fly loud, race proud. Hoorah! Visit Hoorah Flyovers on Discord or Facebook and bring the flyover experience to iRacing like never before.
Alright, and we are back, folks. While we were away, Ray Polking trying that highline, trying something different to find some speed. It did not work out for him. He has let Lee Hamby get to his back bumper. Lee Hamby now to the inside of Ray Polking. two are going to battle it out through turns 1 and 2. Lee Hamby going to move up the track. Ray Polkin thinking about a crossover move. Thinks better of it. Ray Polkin going to fall in line back there in third. Marcus De La Garza trying to pull up to Ray Polkin now. Looking back at the 19 of Dakota Dennis, we saw him fall off about halfway through that last run. He is hanging strong here. I've raced with Dakota Dennis for a long time. I know he likes to play that pit strategy, try and stretch his fuel out as long as possible. That caution there on lap 36, though, looks like it may have thrown a wrench into those plans, and Dakota Dennis is going like there is no tomorrow. Dakota Dennis, currently our biggest mover of the race, up 5 positions from where he started. It took him a little while. He missed most of practice, but he looks like he has figured out this track. He has now caught Marcus De La Garza looking to put the pressure on that 99 machine. Dakota Dennis going to go by Marcus De La Garza here. De La Garza, another one I would look to try and pit early. He has shown some speed on these short runs, but cannot sustain it. Go back and take a look at the 18 of Michael Carter. He has gotten his lap back, but has not been able to gain any ground. Sitting back there in 7th, the last car on the lead lap. Back up towards the front of the field. Lee Hamby pulling away from Ray Polking. Ray has really fallen off here. We pull up the comparison between Ray Polking and Dakota Dennis. Ray Polking still just a little bit faster than Dakota Dennis. Adam Boughton continuing to pull away. We compare his lap times against Lee Hamby's. They are about neck and neck when it comes to lap time. But Boughton has that clean air and that track position there. About an 8/10 of a second gap between the two. See Thomas Adams on pit road yet again. Adams, a strong showing early on here, but now sitting 11 laps down as we come down to 25 to go. Pay attention, folks. I was talking about Ray Polking trying to pit early because he is better on that short run. Polking now on pit road, going to try and make up some time. He was good on pit road under caution. We're going to see how he does under green here, folks. Pulls into that first position. Adam Boughton, our race leader, coming off of turn 4. Gonna put Ray Polking a lap down. And Ray is off. Only going to fall 1 lap down, but it looks like he is trying some of this pit strategy. With 24 laps left to go in this one, Ray Polkin pulling back out onto the track. About a lap and a half now separating Ray from race leader Adam Boughton. Ray, the only car to head down pit roads. That will now put put Dakota Dennis in 3rd. Dakota Dennis cracking the top 3 for the first time tonight. Marcus De La Garza back up to 4th. Ryan Comba in 5th. Michael Carter in 6th. Now, if you are Ray here, you've just got to pray. No caution, no caution, no caution. If we were to get one more caution, Ray would be our lucky dog, but that would mean he would have to start from the tail end of the longest line. Not where you want to be in this one. Looks like Adam Boughton now going to come down pit road. Adam Boughton now pulling off of pit road. Ray Polking has not gotten to that 94 car yet. Dakota Dennis is going to go by. Marcus De La Garza. And there comes Ray Polking. He's still got the speed. He's going to get a little bit further ahead of Adam Boughton. But there's lap traffic going to hold these guys up. Lee Hamby in 1st now. Dakota Dennis in 2nd. Marcus De La Garza in 3rd. They still have to pit, though. Ray Polking coming hard through this. He is already catching back up to Dakota Dennis. Ray Polking going to go by on the outside of Dakota Dennis. Take a look at Adam Boughton as he tries to maneuver this lap traffic. I'm sorry, I guess it would be this lead lap traffic. Adam Boughton the one a lap down right now. Ray had the speed. He was able to make easy work of these guys. Adam Boughton now going to go by Dakota Dennis. Dakota Dennis looks like he's going to head down pit road, followed by Marcus De La Garza. We are down to 16 laps to go. Once again, these cars last pitted lap 36. They could have made it to about lap 80, so it looks like everyone pitting a little bit early here. Lee Hamby, though, still opted to stay out. This pit strategy may not work out for that 47 machine. see Hugh Escobar now going by Lee Hamby. At 47, gonna lose some ground here as we come down to 15 to go. It looks like Lee's gonna try and stretch this out just as long as possible. Lee is hoping for a caution right now to leave a lot of these guys a lap down. Hamby's still staying out. Ryan Comba's now sitting back here in second. He still has yet to hit. Michael Carter in third. He has yet to hit. Look at Ray Polkey now catching up to Lee Hamby. Lee is in desperate need of a caution now. Ray Polkin just gonna go by on the outside as Lee Hamby now gonna pull it down pit road. Ray Polkin getting a lap back. Adam Boughton has also gotten his lap back. Ryan Comba staying out there. It looks like Ryan may have some right front damage to that 204 machine. He is our leader for the time being. But I do not believe there's any way he could stretch it out this far, but trouble for Marcus De La Garza. We saw him slow on the inside. He's been flagged as crashed. We're going to take a look, see what happened to that 99 machine. All by himself, it just looks like Marcus De La Garza got loose there coming off a turn 2. A hard hit for that 99 car. Ray Polkin has now made his way back to the lead as Ryan Kama comes down pit road. Adam Boughton in second. Lee Hamby has brought back to fourth with that pit strategy. Michael Carter, though, still yet to pit. I tell you what, Ray Polkin has got to be ecstatic that caution did not come out for Marcus De La Garza's issue on track. Adam Boughton, 0.7 of a second behind Ray Polkin. Adam on the fresher tires, able to close the gap here. We compare their last lap times, about 0.3 of a second between the two on lap times. Adam is closing fast. Marcus De La Garza are going to pull that car down pit lane. Last time by, Adam Boughton was 0.4 of a second faster than Ray Polking. Adam has the tires. He has the car. Can he get by Ray? Is Ray going to play defense as we come down to 6 laps to go? Adam has caught him. Ray not wanting to give up that low line, but Adam Boughton going to make the high line work. I do believe he is alongside Ray Polking. They drag race down the backstretch. Ray Polking trying to battle back on that inside. He is no match for those new tires on that 94 car. Lee Hamby. Looks like Michael Carter may have had an issue. Dakota Dennis now sitting in third. Go back, take a look, see what happened here. Dakota Dennis threading the needle to get by Lee Hamby and Michael Carter. One more look at that. What a move by the 19. He got alongside Lee Hamby and just threads the needle, takes it 3 wide, and comes out on top. What a move, Dakota. That is one for the highlight reel. Adam Boughton has pulled away from Ray Polking. We're now down to 3 laps to go. Dakota Dennis, if we were to get a late race caution, he could pull out a win here. He has fresher tires than both these two front runners. You see Adam Boughton got a little bit loose there getting into turn 3. Now down to 2 to go. And Adam Boughton going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. Adam Boughton has this all but locked up. Just keep her steady. No pressure out the back for Adam. Ray Polking currently running second. A second back from Adam. Dakota Dennis sitting back there in third. 7 seconds behind. Checkered flag is out. Adam Boughton going to take another checkered flag this season. Ray Polking finishes second. Dakota Dennis in third. Lee Hamby will come home in fourth. Michael Carter bounces back after a lap 1 wreck to take fifth. Very impressive showing by Michael Carter here tonight as well. They make their way around the track for their cool-down lap. Adam Boughton gonna burn it down. Ray Polking going to join them on the front stretch. Here comes Michael Carter. I tell you what, if it weren't for that first lap wreck, Michael Carter would have been a force to been reckoned here tonight. We're going to go ahead and start our interviews with that 19 machine of Dakota Dennis. Dakota, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me? Dakota, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
I got you, buddy, loud and clear.
Oh man, you took home third tonight, but I think we're creating a new award here on the Rebel Racing Network, and that is the move of the race. We caught your pass on Lee Hamby and Michael Carter here with about 5 to go. Take us through that move, buddy.
Yeah, it was a last-minute ditch decision move. We went in there. We had about 4 cars in front of us, and I looked down, and we had only like 10 laps to go, and I'm like, it's going to be now or never. So I radioed my teammate on the outside and said, hey, I'm sending it. I sent it in there hoping it stuck, and I raced everybody clean. They gave me enough room. I got through it all, and they were all in the rear view from there. It was a gut decision call, and I'm glad it paid off, because if this was Vegas, you could have went the other way.
Yeah, dude, it sounds like you're breathing a little bit heavy there. Is the adrenaline worn off from that? Because, I was on the edge of my seat, and we're watching the replay now here on the Rebel Racing Network, and it's still exciting.
Yeah, it's not the adrenaline that's making me breathe heavy. I got my daughter who's been crying about the last 45 laps, and so I'm holding her right now, cherishing this podium position, and glad it all worked out the way it did. And yeah.
Yeah, congratulations again. I know you're in the points running here. A third place finish going to be huge for you tonight. We talked about the move. How does it feel now that your car is sitting on the front stretch for the podium picture?
It feels Daytona since week 1. We've been able to rack in a podium. We've had some good races. We've had some ups and downs. We ran out of fuel. Finished P8. We've had not a lot of speed, and we had tires. So to put it all together and get this car 19 Ford back to the podium for the top 3, it feels great. Hats off to the guy that won it, and Ray Polking for second. I know Ray's above me in points, so to be right behind him, and I can keep him in my front view mirror and be right there at the end of the season. Hopefully it'll all work out. But yeah, wonderful race.
All right, we appreciate it, buddy. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you get on out of here?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Dining Transport, Ride Weights, the TCR League. We do a wonderful job. I know I'm the owner, and I can't be more proud of the guys here that show up week in and week out that make this all possible. There's a lot that goes into it, and everybody seems to be having fun to make this the way it is. There's just so much effort. There's my daughter making noise. So I'm gonna get out here and go celebrate this P3. But yeah, hats off to everybody. Wonderful night, wonderful race. Congratulations on the win to the winner, and I'll see you all next week.
All right, we'll see you next week, buddy. Congratulations again. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, that was Dakota Dennis, driver of the 19 machine. We're going to move on to our second place finisher, Ray Polking. Ray, it is Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. I understand. It's got to be a little bit frustrating coming in second. You still got a podium, but I know how bad you want that win. We were watching you from that restart on the caution on lap 35, talking about what you might do for the pit strategy. You pitted a little bit earlier than everyone else. What went through your mind with that pit strategy?
Well, Adam was much better on a long run than I was, so I had a short pit, try to gain the ground I lost there. That's the only shot I really had, and it just wasn't enough.
Yep, it's wishing it was about 5 laps shorter. Take us through that battle with Adam Boughton for the lead. Were you going to try and hold him off, or if he got to you, were you just going to let him go there?
I said I'll race you hard until you get up alongside me, and then I'll give you your lane. So I wasn't going to rough him up or anything like that, but I tried to make him work for it anyway.
Yep, and it looked like you made him work for it for about a lap and a half, but those newer tires he had just too fast for you to hold off.
Yeah, I thought he was going to the bottom, so I was really trying to protect the bottom. Then he went to the outside on me. I wasn't expecting that.
Yep. So, but still another second place finish. I know how, all these podium finishes, you're hungry to be on top of the podium. We're going to Bristol next week. Do you think you can pull a win out at Bristol?
It's possible. I'm close. I mean, you got to fold my way eventually, right?
Right. We can feel that win coming. Are you more confident on the short tracks than the mile and a halves?
Yeah, I much like the prefer the short tracks over the mile and a halves.
All right. Well, we will be keeping an eye on you next week. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you get on out of here?
So just TCR for putting the league on, you guys for broadcasting it, and say hi to my brother. I'm sure he's watching, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right. We appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you next week. Have a good night, Ray.
Yep, see ya.
Thank you. Once again, that was Ray Polking, driver of the 46 machine, coming in second tonight. We are going to move on to tonight's race winner, Adam Boughton, yet again adding another checkered flag to his collection, another trophy to his trophy case, and another important win under his belt. Adam, it is Austin up at the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
All right, you are back again. Congratulations on another win. How does it feel?
I had to work for that one tonight. That was that was really sketchy for the most part in that race car, especially after that caution in the middle of the race. It messed up the fuel mileage that we had going, and then that put everybody pretty much short on fuel. So then then we had to deal with the different pit strategies. I took two tires under the green, and that was a handful and a half, more than I thought it was going to be. But luckily, it came in finally, and I was able to run Ray down there and pass him and hold on for the win.
All right, and yeah, we were focused a lot on pit strategy tonight. We know that caution at lap 35 was going to throw a wrench into pretty much everyone's plans here. When you were going over your pit strategy for the second half of that race, were you paying attention to what Ray was doing? Because we were kind of expecting him. We watched him on the short runs. We know he's quick on the short runs. Were you watching his pit strategy to see when he went?
Not really. I pretty much had a number in mind when we went green there, and that was to pit with about 20 laps to go to, because we pretty much split the run in a little bit less than half. So pretty much had it pre-planned when we were going back green there of when to pit to the end if it had stayed green, which ultimately did.
All right, well, and it looks, it definitely paid off for you. And taking two tires, that can be a risky move, but that paid off as well. Yeah. When did you know you were going to catch Ray Polkin and have a shot at the win?
Honestly, I didn't think I was going to have him because after taking that two tires, that car wanted to wreck every single lap. And then I'd say about eight to go, or about 10 to go, it finally started to tighten up there, and I got the high line hooked up there, and once it started tightening up, and I found a pretty decent line on the top there, I was able to then run him down. Then once I caught him, then I had to figure out, okay, how am I gonna pass him without wrecking because of how loose this thing feels. But ultimately, we just was able to find that line on the high side and just stuck to it, and it wrapped the top really well, and was able to get around him and just set sail.
All right, well, it definitely worked out, man. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go start the celebration?
Shout out to my teammate Michael Carter. He caught up for that wreck on the first lap, but then I was able to battle back with a P5, being able to stretch the fuel to like 53 laps there to get a P5 there without having to pit. So shout out to him, and shout out to you for the broadcast and everybody else in the league for putting on a good race.
All right, we appreciate it, buddy. Congratulations again. Have a good night.
Thank you too.
Thank you, sir. Once again, that was Adam Evo Boughton taking home the win tonight. We're going to move on to our official results. Once again, race winner Adam Boughton, driver of that 94 machine. Ray Polking comes home second. Dakota Dennis finishes third, getting his second podium finish of the season. Lee Hamby comes home fourth. Michael Carter in fifth. Ryan Comba finishes sixth. Marcus De La Garza finishes seventh. In eighth, we had Hugh Escobar. Thomas Adams finishes in ninth. Chris Williams finishes 10th. And Troy Osborne rounds out your field here in 11th tonight after a massive wreck coming off of turn 4. And I would just like to remind everyone, that is starting this weekend. The NORA National Outlaw Racing Association Cup Series is back on Sunday night, starting at 7:30, and then right after that on Monday night, the ARCA series, the NORA ARCA series, is back for their Outlaw Shootout. Make sure you tune into that. We're going to have the race schedules posted here briefly. Until Sunday night, though, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe button on Facebook and YouTube. Give us a shout out, a comment on these races. Help us get higher up in the algorithm so we can bring these races to more people. And we will see you back here Sunday night. Have a good night, everybody.